What's up, everybody? I believe I'm on, and with me is Josh. Josh,
Hey, it's
what's up,
me.
dude? How you doing?
Good,
2 weeks
you?
in a row, we got you.
What happened?
2 weeks in a row. It's amazing. Josh is still alive. Josh is still here. Josh is still alive.
You're super low.
I'm super low. I kind of figured that was to be the case. Where's that microphone? Microphone is
It,
here, so let's
if
fix that.
guys in the chat, is he low for you or is it me?
I don't know. Let's see. How about now?
That's a little better. I don't want
A
to
little
put you
better?
too loud.
Yeah, you don't want to put me too loud, right? Hashtag found Hosh. Found Hosh. Found Josh. What's going on, everybody? Let's go ahead and say hi. Say what's up to the guys in the chat. Starting with, of course, Las Cruces. 1971 is in the house. Hooray. Woohoo! Also in the house, we got Brian LCS. He just opened up one of our mystery bags, and he ended up getting the Amazing Spider-Man 365 first preview of Spidey 2099. So congratulations, Brian LCS, for that one. I know there's some other guys out there that are opening some bags as we speak. So I'm excited to see and hear what they get because I honestly don't know what anybody got. All right. Also, I see that John wants to see some Rosario Dawson. So we'll definitely be talking a lot about Ahsoka, right? That's how we say her name? Ahsoka? Ahsoka? She's not
Yeah, close
Saul.
enough.
Close enough, right? We got Mike from Evil's Comics. What's going on, Mike? How you doing? Also, we got Scotty Vaughn, of course, from the Monday Night Lineup. He's also in the house. What's up there? Collecting with Dirt. What's up, my homie? How you doing? Trev, the shipping guru, is also on. A favorite of ours, Samuel, is in the house. I thought Joshy Boy disappeared again. Hey, look who's also here. Squishy Potato. We found Josh. Right? KBDM. What's going on, KBDM? All right, let's see here. Josh was on what? Was on
Hoth.
Hoth?
That's a planet in
Okay.
Star Wars.
All right. It took a minute for a second there. All right. And I see, let's see, did I get everybody that's here so far? Yeah, I got everybody here that's so far. Okay. So before we even get started with the trending books and stuff like that, the title page has to deal with, of course, we're gonna be talking about Star Wars because it's coming out this week. And Nathan, he says he misses you.
I miss you too, Nate. I guess.
Nate missed you. Weird, right? Weird.
See you
Anyway,
soon.
all right. Yeah, see, maybe we'll see you on Saturday, right? We'll talk a little
Yeah.
bit about Saturday's show. So let's first of all talk a little bit about this character and what this show's coming out. This show's coming out. It's now debuting, I think, tomorrow.
Oh, really? Oh, you mean
Yeah,
tomorrow,
they
like midnight tomorrow?
not even. I think it's prime time tomorrow now.
Oh, interesting. Usually
Yeah,
they do
they got
Wednesday,
some
I think.
they got confidence in this show. So hope maybe we'll see it. Let me see. So it's debuting soon. Um, what's your talk to me about this character, Ahsoka Tano, right? That's how you say her name, right?
First
Tano.
of all, just because she's played by a Spanish actress doesn't mean you say her name with a Spanish accent. But hey,
I'm saying Tano.
it's she's an alien, right?
Yeah.
So Ahsoka is a character created by Dave Filoni, who did a lot of work on. It was a driving force behind Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which was an animated show that ran for many seasons. Star Wars Rebels as well. So Dave Filoni has sort of been the we'll call him the Kevin Feige of Star Wars.
Yeah, it really
up
is.
up until now, but he's sort of they sort of let I want to say they kept Dave Filoni on the animation side, so he
Mm-hmm.
was not involved with the sequel trilogy, and he was not involved with a lot of the Disney Plus shows. That changed with Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
So Dave Filoni actually got a chance to direct his first live action show uh, in Mandalorian when Ahsoka showed up. So this is a to understand Ahsoka, you got to understand the creator and why we're all waiting for this. So Ahsoka is a character that was created uh, in the Clone Wars. Uh, the it was just she started out as just a design, just a sketch. as part of the storyboarding conversation, George Lucas actually came by, sees the character design, and said, "Oh, that's Anakin's Padawan." And everyone looks at him and says, "Well, Anakin doesn't have a Padawan." And he's basically, "Well, now she does. I'm George Lucas."
Yeah, now she does.
Now he does. Yeah, yeah. So, so she was introduced as Anakin's Padawan during the Clone Wars. She was there for well, the bulk of the story. It's a character that follows the path of. She starts off super young, very annoying. She thinks she knows it all. She's headstrong. She dives headfirst into battles. She has no chance of winning. And then you get to sort of see her character develop and grow over the course of the war of the Clone Wars. Ultimately, at the end of before the Clone Wars ends, she ends up leaving the Jedi Order. If you want to know why, you got to watch the Clone Wars. She
That's a lot
reappears
of stuff.
in Star Wars Rebels, which takes place before Episode 4: A New Hope, and she plays an important part there. And so this is a fan favorite character, and of course she appeared in live action in The Mandalorian. So this is a fan favorite character. She's somebody who has gone toe to toe with the strongest duelists in the Star Wars galaxy. She's a war veteran. She is, to many people, everything a Jedi should be, right? Although if you ask Ahsoka,
Keep
she'll
talking.
tell you
I'll be right back. Okay, guys.
Take it. Oh, okay.
Keep talking. I'll be.
Yeah. I'll carry on. I could talk for hours about this. So, Ahsoka appeared in Mandalorian. She showed up as this sort of like this roaming character. She interacted with Grogu. She provided sort of a connection because Ahsoka knows where Luke was during the time of the Mandalorian during that time period. And now, though, it seems like, well, we know for a fact Ahsoka, the TV show, is going to tie back some threads that were left unresolved after the events of Star Wars Rebels. And the key one there is Grand Admiral Thrawn. So
we got him right there.
That the blue guy, right?
That's the blue guy.
This picture is not the best picture. To me, he kind of looks like Elon Musk here. But
well, this is a photo from the show.
This is the promotional. Yeah, this is
legit. This ain't some fake.
Grand Admiral Thrawn is one of the most feared villains in Star Wars, previously in the extended universe, in a series of novels written by Timothy Zahn. They brought him back into canon. They wrote some new novels to sort of. They retconned a lot of his stories.
I agree. He does look like Dick.
And so you can still read the old stories; they're very good, but they're no longer canon as it relates to Thrawn. So if you want to get caught up on who Thrawn is, what he's been up to, you're looking for the Thrawn trilogy in new canon, which is still written by Timothy Zahn, and you're gonna watch Star Wars Rebels. At the end of Star Wars Rebels,
what about this character?
Yep, and this is Sabine Wren. She's a Mandalorian. She was a huge part of Star Wars Rebels, and it seems like the upcoming series is gonna. She had a huge part in Star Wars Rebels, and she was actually wielded the darksaber. So if you saw the darksaber in Mandalorian, Sabine actually held it for a while. She's super cool. She's an artist. She dual wields blaster pistols. Got a jetpack. She's the complete works.
Cool. And then finally, we have this character here.
We know nothing about this dude.
So we don't know anything about this Sith. He's a Sith Lord, right? That's pretty much all we know. Played by Ray Stevens, the late Ray Stevens, who just recently passed away.
Exactly. They've kept this one pretty well under wraps. So I would not even assume that this is a Sith. Here's what we know. They have a red lightsaber, and we see them fighting against Ahsoka at some point. I don't even know if that's a dream sequence. I'm not going to make any assumptions. This dude could be anybody. He could be a clone. He could be. There's so many different directions they could go with this. Drawing on source material from Legends. Probably doesn't have the Darth title. We'll see. They mentioned the Rule of Two.
Knights of Ren.
Knights of Ren. Yeah, Knights of Ren have appeared in the comics, so they're around at this time. Well, they might not exactly be around at this time yet. Maybe this is.
Well, this is supposed to happen after Return, is it?
Yes, this is between episodes 6 and 7.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly what the Knights of Ren were up to, so maybe. But Ahsoka does mention the rule of two, or no, sorry, that I think it was in one of the trailers, some promotional material. They have a clip of Yoda talking about the rule of two, how there's always a master and apprentice when it comes to the Sith.
Interesting. All right.
Good.
So, as far as comic books go, since this is a comic book show, these are the two big books, right? That people are hunting for. The first one being the Clone Wars, Star Wars Clone Wars from Dark Horse Comics, and the second one also from Dark Horse Comics, Star Wars Heir to the Empire. First one being the first appearance of Ahsoka. The second book being the first appearance of General Admiral, right? It's Admiral, it's not General. It's Admiral Thrawn. Grand Admiral, thank you. You can't be a general and an admiral at the same time. It doesn't make sense. Grand Admiral Thrawn, who this is his first comic book appearance, which is taking adaptation from the book. So these are the two books people are going to go crazy for it. They already have been going crazy for it. As of right now, they're not part of the top 10, as weird as it may sound, but I have a feeling we're going to see them next week. So,
yeah, no, these have been, shooting up in price for a while. If you have one, congrats. If you're still looking to grab one, the ship may have sailed.
yeah,
but for sure, these are the ones everyone wants.
We're talking about books that are near $300 to $500 each. So
for a graded, a high grade copy,
yeah. So look them up. If you find it cheap, take it. You know what I mean, guys?
Yeah.
Pick it up if you find it for cheap. I guarantee you the prices are gonna continue, especially Heir to the Empire. I think that book is gonna soar. You know what I mean? Because I don't think he's gonna be in just this show. That's my personal opinion.
I mean, Disney has a problem with killing off villains, right? They recently killed off Moff Gideon, so hopefully they keep him around for a while. The only problem I have with this book is that it's an adaptation. That's it.
But it's still first in comics. It's kind of like the Harley Quinn book in Batman Adventures, right? It's her first comic book, but it's not her in the DC universe, right? It's just the adaptation of the cartoon. So go check these books out. Now let's go ahead and talk about what's trending. So with that said, all right, here we go. We got the trending books of the week. We got a lot of good books, and I also mentioned something about Taylor Swift in my trailer. We will be talking about Taylor Swift if you don't already know. Taylor Swift is going to be in comics in some weird way. There's a comic thing with Taylor Swift. I'll explain in a minute if you don't know. Most of you probably already know because this is a smart audience, right? With that said, let's get started with a book that is, you could probably still find it in a dollar bin book, which is Avengers 35. This book came out back in 2014. The reason for this book is that this is the first time we talk about incursions. That's the big deal with this book. It's the first time we talk. So it's a key in the sense that it's a story plot for what's coming up. And they're starting to say that the Doctor Strange movie, the third movie that's coming up, is going to be dealing big time on incursions. It might actually come out before Avengers Secret War. And that's why this book is now on the hunt. So what's your thoughts on Avengers 35?
Yeah, I mean, this is sort of a made-up key, if you ask me. I'm not interested in this at all.
Yeah, it like I said, it's a setup, right? It's a setup for Secret War, so that's why there is some kind of spec behind it. We'll see what happens. Our next book here is another spec book. This is one of those books that you got to be very cautious, but again, it's a dollar bin book as well. Uncanny Adventures Annual #1 features the first appearance of Emerald Warlock, not to be confused with Adam Warlock, no relations. This character is a sorcerer feared by Scarlet Witch and Agatha Harkness. So the rumor has it that Aubrey Plaza's character in the upcoming Agatha show is going to be playing a version of this character. But again, if the first book was super spec, this was just as much. We
Right.
can't guarantee if she's going to be playing a female version of this character. But this is why this book is on the radar. So if you find it for dirt cheap, pick it up. Don't overpay for it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, animals are tough. Animals, they seem to have a price cap as far as keys go.
Yeah, and again, it's all about the hype behind Aubrey Plaza, who she's playing. Because right now, the only connection is that Aubrey Plaza is going to be playing a love interest to Agatha. She's also wearing a lot of green, so that's how they're putting it together.
I mean, it sounds like Enchantress to me, but what do I know?
It could be Enchantress. There's another character that, if you guys in the chat could tell me, there's another character that she could be playing that seems more probable, I think. But Emerald Warlock? All right. Moving on to Mech Cadet U #1. You have much to say about this because you recently saw the Netflix show, did you?
Yeah. I wasn't expecting much. I had seen the second #1 from Mech Cadets had just come out, so I was like, oh, Mech Cadets, let me just watch this. Wasn't expecting much. I really like the show. It's family friendly. It's funny. It's got some action. It's got giant robots. So it's a nice, easy, casual watch. I'm all on board for Mech Cadets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is the first book. There's a new series that's out. You could probably get it now. It's out already to be picked up. So go check out Mech Cadet. This Mech Cadet U came out back in 2017. Mm-hmm. A book that I actually am happy to talk about, because speaking of more books that are in the radar, and that's The Toxic Avenger. Toxie is making his return, and they just showed some images for The Toxic Avenger. And do you know who's playing The Toxic Avenger?
I did know this, but now I forgot.
So it is a weird one when you really think about it. It's Peter Dinklage.
Right. Yes, I did.
Peter Dinklage is playing Toxie, which I think is awesome. And hey, look, is this some guy named Carlos Feliciano? He misses that show. Hi, what's up, Carlos? All right. So, when I heard Peter Dinklage was playing Toxic Avenger, I just went, really? They went there. They went that path. So I'm curious.
He's a great actor.
He's an awesome actor. Didn't expect that one. You know what I mean? But you have Elijah Wood's going to be in it. Kevin Bacon's in the movie. Julia Davis, where she's been all this time. And they're going to make this movie's going to happen. So there are already images floating online of the Toxic Avenger. But the Toxic Avenger, this is one of those characters from the 90s trauma. So, interesting. I remember the cartoons as a kid. I remember the very low budget movie, because that's what it was meant to be, very low budget. Got those three for $1. Congratulations, Dirt. Cool. So go check out Toxic Avenger. This is a cool cover because it's throwing that Spider-Man vibe to it. It's not exactly an homage, but there are some key components to an homage. So Toxic Avenger. Another book here that's on this list is based off of James Gunn spec. So if anybody knows anything about James Gunn spec, means that if James Gunn said it, then we must collect it. And this is one of those books. Wonder Woman Historia, the Amazon. This is a Black Label book. It is an oversized book as well. This tells the story of Wonder Woman in a more realistic adult way. They change it, and the rumor has it that this could potentially be the focal point of the Paradise Lost series that James Gunn is talking about. But all it was that James Gunn tweeted or X'd. I don't know what we call it. What are we calling it now? He X'd it?
I haven't logged into that site. I don't.
You haven't gone there yet? You haven't went there?
I think one time, the last time I couldn't find my bookmark, and then I realized it had turned into an X. I said, this is not for me.
It's adult content now.
It's just I've moved on. Yeah.
So the interesting is, it is just like Tate Prime said. It is a beautiful book. It is done by multiple creators, Phil Jimenez as well as Gene Ha. They did a beautiful piece. It's very much an it is a love letter, not just to Wonder Woman, but to those who came before them. More importantly, like George Perez, Wonder Woman, and things like that. It is a absolutely beautiful book. If you could pick it up, as you can see, it has a high value of $8. You could probably pick it up on the cheap as well. It's another one of those books that you could probably pick up on cheap. Keep in mind, it is oversized, but it is a beautiful book. Beautiful. I'm telling you, man. All right. Moving on. Let's talk some Taylor Swift here. So, even though there is a writer and actor strike, it doesn't stop rumors from happening. More importantly, rumors regarding cast in the Deadpool movie. So, have you heard about the latest Deadpool casting rumors in regards to this character, Dazzler?
I have not.
So, it is rumored that Dazzler will be in the Deadpool movie. And it's also rumored that she will be played by the one and only Taylor Swift.
Okay.
And thus, it's having the world go crazy picking up anything that's Dazzler related. So we see Dazzler number one in this list. We're going to see more Dazzler. Yes. But I don't think Dazzler has ever been this popular ever. So, but part of it had to do with Rob Liefeld as well. Rob Liefeld is spreading rumors like crazy because he likes doing that kind of stuff. And he also posted images of him going to a Taylor Swift concert with his daughter. So, thus, we have huge Dazzler spec going on. So go get your Dazzler books while they're still hot.
Pretty sure she's dead right now in the comics, but okay.
You know, they never stay dead. Come on, Krakoa. Who, what's going on? So, yeah, go check out that. I love this book because this is a direct edition book. It was actually a book that was only sold in comic book stores when it first came out. It was one of the first back in 1981. Dazzler might not have been positive, but you guys dazzle me every day. Nate, we got to talk, man. We got to talk. You might need help. Okay, we have another book on this list here. It's Amazing Fantasy #1, not to be mistaken for the original Amazing Fantasy from way back when in the 1960s. This one came out back in August of 2004, features the first appearance of araña, the Spanish word for spider. And this is supposed to be Ayana Corazon, who is also rumored to be part of the Madam Web movie that no one knows about. Only thing we know is it's supposed to be some kind of thriller, and it's going to feature Spidey characters, except for Spidey. So pretty much like anything Sony does.
Yeah, I mean, what's her name? Sydney Sweeney. I think she's she's supposed to be in it, and she's like all the rage. So I think people will see it. But yeah, Araña is a cool character. She can't seem to get her own book again. She had I think 2 miniseries, and now she's relegated to Spider-Verse titles only. So
yeah, she's not exactly a Spider-Gwen.
No. I mean, well, even Spider-Gwen can't get a miniseries longer than 5 issues, but
that's because they keep cancel. They don't even cancel. They just said miniseries. We're not going to keep her in her own ongoing. We don't believe in ongoings anymore when it comes to her.
Just so for anyone who's curious, who's not reading those books, the story picks up like #1 picks up right where #5 from the last one left off. They can easily continue the number. There's no like so. Anyway, it's just weird.
All right, another book that's on this list, and this book. This is one of those funny books to me, and I say that because it's just so dumb why it's on the list, right? So Batman Damned, that came out back in 2018, which is also another Black Label book, which is it's also oversized. The reason why this book was hot is because we got to see some Bruce Wayne in all his glory.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's
an audience for that.
There's an audience for that, and it's back because of Spider-Man.
Because of Spider-Man Reign.
Because of Spider-Man Reign. I am not kidding. It is back because someone said, "Ooh, I saw Spider-Man's pee-pee. Now I want to see Batman's pee-pee." I'm not kidding. I'm being honest with you. I'm telling you the truth.
Proof that once again that comics are for kids.
We're talking about someone's pee-pee.
Yeah, adult
That
kids.
you just said comics are for kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that
These are
doesn't work
adults with the
here.
maturity of kids who think that this is funny.
But if you see 314% increase sold because of Peter Parker, I give up. I can't with this. The book is good. The Damn is a good book, and the art is amazing. It's just all people cared about was that we got to see some Batman.
Yeah, sex sells.
More Batman than we needed to. All right, here's another book that we picked up at a local convention a couple of months ago, and we picked it up at $1 bin, both of us, because there was multiple copies. And it's back here because now what used to be considered a spec book has now been confirmed. That the character that's in this book, which is Dar-Benn, which is a general of the Kree Space Fleet, this is the first appearance of that character. They gender changed her, so they changed it to a female character for the Marvels book, and I have my little statue of her right here.
Nice.
Yeah, and I know it's her because I know it's the same character because when I got the packaging said the name Dar-Benn, so it's official. Dar-Benn.
There's so many spoilers that come about in movies because of toys. It's ridiculous.
Thank you, McDonald's. So it's official. We actually got the official name. So therefore, this is the first appearance of that character that will be appearing in the Marvels. Mm-hmm. All right, another book here that I'll be honest, Josh, I had no idea this book existed.
Okay.
I'm happy that it exists because I loved Labyrinth. I think it's one of the coolest movies from the era. But Labyrinth came out in 1986. This is the comic book adaptation of the movie, and apparently there's an interest for it because there's supposed to be a new project in regards to Labyrinth, a remake, which I think would be really cool to see in this day and age. See a remake of Labyrinth, even though I love the original.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen Labyrinth?
No.
It is a fun movie. It's a fun movie. Jim Henson at his finest. Not to mention David Bowie, the cool looking villain. And yes, Norrin Rand got it best. Jennifer Connelly. She was definitely one of those women in my life that she was always in my life.
One way or another.
In one way or another, man. I love Jennifer Connelly. She's a beautiful woman, right? Norrin Rand's first crush. Yep. She's definitely one of my crushes as well. So I'll admit. Right, Career Opportunities. He did this movie called Career Opportunities. Beautiful. All right, moving on. Uncanny X-Men 130. This is the first appearance of one Dazzler, as we mentioned, Taylor Swift goodness, but this also happens to be multiple keys. We have a second appearance of Kitty Pryde. We got a second appearance of Emma Frost. We got the first full appearance of Sebastian Shaw. We have Jean Grey becoming Black Queen. This book is like the multi-key book of a lifetime, right? And just like E-Man says it, villains unite. Because, man, who would have guessed that this book, the first appearance of Dazzler, had so much other stuff going on in this book? And it's balanced.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's the introduction of the Hellfire Club, essentially, right? So all those some of them are part of that club.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know where Dazzler's fit in it, so I would love to go back and read the story just to find out how she got involved. You know what I mean? Because it's a one and done here. It's like, hi, and then we go into Hellfire Club. So, beats me, man. But there you have it, man. Guys, if you find this book, man, it's $180 right now might be actually cheap because it's going up in value. All right. So look at that list, man. That list just keeps going. All right, next book in our list is first appearance of Bane, Batman Vengeance #1. Again, this is one of those books that is just it's there. There is a mention of him in a way in for Blue Beetle, so that's how it's connected in the list. It's very loose. There's no real true connection to Bane and Blue Beetle. it's again, it's one of those things that people are just kind of like, we're just throwing it in there just for the sake of throwing it in there.
Is
But
it because he's a luchador?
yeah, right. It's because he's Spanish from Guatemala. Um, that's probably the only thing I could think of.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So again, this is one of those books that it's always going to be sought after. It is the first appearance of Bane. Why not try to get it? Another book that's on this list here, largely because of Alpha Flight, I'm going to say, Uncanny X-Men 109. We got a lot of X-Men books this week. First appearance of Weapon Alpha, also known as Vindicator. He changes his name to Vindicator in issue 120. People are just excited for Alpha Flight being back, and I like Alpha Flight being back. So there you have it. That's what the reason for this book is. Not really much of anything else. Our next book here is Avengers 196, first appearance of Taskmaster. Apparently, there's increased interest because people are hearing that Taskmaster is returning for the Thunderbolts movie, even though we kind of already knew that.
We don't know which Taskmaster. I think it would be a mistake to bring back the Black Widow Taskmaster. That was not
Taskmaster. Yeah, they really dropped the ball in that one. That was like the first sign of, oh man, you were not thinking properly there. So oh well. Next book here is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin #1. This is again another book that's being hailed as a great book, and it's on demand because there is a video game that's coming out. So with the excitement for the video game comes excitement for the comic book where it debuted. So that's the reason for that one. Josh is our Taskmaster, always busy.
I'm in for the right price.
What's up, Beckerman? How you doing, man? All right, moving on to a book here that's just an iconic cover, and that's Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man 101. That cover by itself is gorgeous. It's just a gorgeous cover, man. It's nothing, you can't say anything else. So this is literally a cover by, so there's been an increased interest for it. Another book here that has an increased interest, back to Deadpool, is Uncanny X-Men 100. Now, this is one of those keys. Well, obviously, it's a classic battle between the original and the new X-Men. But what's really interesting about this book is that this is the first time we get the fastball special. And Josh, can you explain to me what the fastball special is?
All right. So let's say, for example, you're Wolverine, right? Now, the problem with Wolverine is he's first of all, he's short, and then he has no way to attack people from long distances, right? He's just got his tiny little stubby arms because he's so short.
Say that
what does he do? He has his buddy Colossus to throw him real fast, and that's called at the enemy, and that's called the fastball special.
So he pretty much takes him and really just tosses him. And
I mean, I'm sure he puts
play
on
baseball,
it, for aerodynamics, but he's just throwing him.
But is it the first time we see the fastball special in a movie?
I don't think we've ever seen the
we
fastball
have
special.
We have seen the fastball
Wolverine.
Yes, we have.
Right,
there's a movie that most people don't know. No, most people don't really care to talk about, and that's a movie called X3. And in X3, right in the beginning of the movie, they're in the danger room sequence. So the movie, the movie leads you to believe that this is kind of like Days of Future Past because they're fading. It's the first time we see Sentinels, right? And what they're doing is he takes Wolverine, he picks him up, and he does the spit. He spins him and throws him, and that's the fastball special. That's the first time we saw it in the movie. So X-Men: The Last Stand. Yes, it is a bad movie. Yes, it was poorly done. Yes, they did Phoenix wrong. There are some really cool things in that movie that people don't even know, and that's one of them. The fact that we get the fastball special, the fact that we finally get to see a Sentinel in the movie, all that good stuff. So I see Lean Green Machines in the house. What's going on? I see Comic Caps, Collectibles also here. What's going on, everybody? So yeah. This is the first comic book that we see the fastball special in comics. But we also get to see a nice little fight between the old and the new. All right. Moving on, we got the first appearance of Deathstroke the Terminator with Teen Titans issue number 2. Again, they're trying to build hype once again. There's not much hype right now. There's not much going on with the new Teen Titans, especially with Deathstroke. I do believe we are going to see Deathstroke again in the future. I don't know when we're going to see Deathstroke. So there's nothing going on because guess what? They can't do anything. There's a strike going on, man. So all these rumors are just that, rumors. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know who's spreading them. Some guy, some dude. Maybe it's one of us. You know, maybe doing
whoever owns these books.
Right? Like, hey, you know, Deadpool's gonna show up. Deathstroke's gonna show up. You know. All right, so you have that book there. Another book that's on this list. I think anything that's Wolverine related is just gonna get hype. And this is Wolverine number 3. Nothing really special. It's just the 3rd issue of the limited
Wolverine book.
Yeah, I got that book too. Shiny. All right, and then finally. The last book in this list here is Alpha Flight Fall of X number 1. This is a brand new one. This is the Arthur Adams 1 in 50. People are loving this Snowbird cover. And why would you blame him? It's Arthur Adams. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, and you had to order 50 copies of Alpha Flight 1 to get this.
So did you get
Did I get it? No, I did not order. I did not order even close. 50 copies of Alpha Flight number 1.
I got 5. That's more realistic, right?
Yeah, like, you know.
All right. So there you have it, guys. Those are your key collector books. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I like what I saw there. I like it. All right. Moving on. It is time for the top 10 list. Oh, yeah. Before we even go to the top 10 list, I just want to remind everybody, if you're in the New York City area, or you're close to New York, or in New Jersey, or Connecticut, or if you just want to travel, come on down to the Bronx and say what's up to us. We got the Bronx Anime and Comic Expo happening this Saturday. It is this weekend from 9 to 4 o'clock. Early bird tickets are sold out, but the show starts at 10 o'clock officially. Josh and I will be there. So will our good pal DJ Links. E-Rod's going to be there. We got Street Side Anthony. It's going to be a fun show. Josh, are you excited for that show? It's your first actual vending show, right? As a vendor.
Yeah, I'm hyped. I've got a ton of stuff packed. I got to pack some more stuff. There's going to be a ton of great deals. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, and I got a ton of stuff too that I'm planning to bring. I just don't know what I'm planning to bring just yet because I'm lazy. So there's that going on, but it's going to be fun. Anyway, guys, if you don't know, we got a giveaway going on. We're going to be doing a Star Wars giveaway. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I have here. I got how many books I got? I got 6 books in my list here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off this screen for a second. All right, that way I could show you these books. All right, that would make sense, right? So let's see. Let's do it like this. So from this list, I got Star Wars Revelations. Is it Revelations? Yeah, Revelations number 1. That's going to be there. Obi-Wan Kenobi number 1. That's going to be part
also
of this.
Spanish.
Obi-Wan. Yeah, I'm going to say things in Spanish dialect. Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's how I say it. You know, I watch Blue Beetle. I feel like talking more Spanish now. I don't know. You didn't see Blue Beetle, and you're
I spent more money on Blue Beetle than you.
All right. Okay. We got Dark Vada. Dark Vada. Which issue is that one? 26? Dark Vada, issue 26?
Yes, that's a Raza cover.
That's a Raza cover. All right. We got also, look at this one. Phil Noto, Star Wars Yoda. All right. With Obi-Wan. And what's this guy's name again? Remind me his name?
That's Count Dooku.
Count Dooku. Dan Dooku. Well, we'll just, like I said, we're going to do the Spanish dialect, right? So we got that one there. Yeah, why not throw in some dark droids? Called Seth Stefano. It's a shiny foil. And then our last book here is one of these 50th anniversary covers. This is Star Wars issue 24. This is a variant cover. So that's going to be part of today's giveaway. Whole bunch of Star Wars stuff. I'm giving away something at the convention as well. I made the decision. And I'll show it to you guys now. I'm gonna bring it out. So keep them company for a second while I go bring what I'm gonna give out in this convention.
Okay. Keeping you company. What else is going on in life? I guess I'll just talk about. We never talked about anime in the show. I'm going to talk about anime for a second. I just watched the first few episodes of Gundam Witch from Mercury. Highly recommend it. Coming out of Mech Cadets, I needed to watch more Mech, so that was a great anime. If you like Gundam at all, I highly recommend. Oh, he's still going. Um, what else did I watch recently? Bunch of different stuff. Uh, watched the Rise of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the TV show. That's a really good turtle show. I didn't realize how good. It's very fast paced. They're very funny. Voice acting is really good. So that was a really good animation that I watched.
All right, talking about green fellas, right? So if you go to the Bronx convention, if you're able to go to the Bronx Anime Show, I will be raffling off this item because it has to leave my house.
Grogu.
No, this is the child. This is the child. You see right there, the child.
Before he knew his name.
Before he knew his name. So I'm getting rid of this guy. He's been annoying. He's been touching all the buttons in the house. So this is gonna be, yeah, it's huge, all right, because I ain't shipping this to nobody. So that's why it's gonna be given away at the convention. So at the convention, we're gonna be doing a raffle in which a winner will get this nice child baby Grogu. So, right, if OT needs to leave, I'll just pick it up. So there you go. Don't say I don't give you guys anything. So yeah, so I've been having that for a while, man. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get rid of this guy because
he's been staring at you.
Well, it's not that he's been hiding out. So let's go back into a different location. Let's go here. You know what I'm saying? Since we're on the Star Wars theme show. All right, so guys, it is time to talk about the top 10 list. So let's see what's on the top 10 list. And Josh went black. All right, there you go. He's back. He's back. What's your thoughts on that top 10 list? Any surprises?
They're all the same. Also, a bunch of second prints.
A lot of second prints. Spider-Boy just won't go away.
No, and the retailer exclusives for Spider-Boy 1 have started dropping. So
yeah,
that's going to be a book with 50 covers.
Well, the thing with the retail exclusives is that there's so many of them. You finally get to this point, like, okay, guys, halt, stop. You need to stop, guys. You need to control yourselves. So, I like Spider-Boy. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a cool character, but oversaturation is a thing, and it was happening. Yeah, no Turok this time. Sorry, no Turok. All right, Josh, it's time to talk about what's new in comics. So let's go into that news list. Okay, this week in comics, we got 17 new titles from Marvel Comics. You're gonna be surprised because Marvel doesn't lead the list in top books.
Wow.
So I'm throwing that out right there, so you know right in advance. Keep that in mind. All right, so we're gonna start with 17 titles over at Marvel, starting with the Immortal Thor. What's your? That should be a big one, right?
Yeah, this is a big one. It's got a couple of first appearances. There's also a foil,
Mhm.
a bunch of good art. There's a Manipool cover. There's a lot going on here. So definitely, this is to me this is clearly Marvel's big book of the week.
Yeah. Well, they also have some other books like X-Men has a couple of number ones coming out, starting with Jean Grey. So Jean Grey number one is coming out. Also Realm of X and Captain America finale. We know this is not the last Captain America story, of course,
We
but
hope not, but yeah, this is just wrapping up the Cold War storylines. It's like
yeah.
a
So it's
lot of
gonna wrap it up, and now we're gonna get the new number one by Bill Sienkiewicz. Not Bill Sienkiewicz. What am I saying? I'm saying the wrong name. J. Michael Straczynski.
Straczynski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are Bill Sienkiewicz is in my head? You know what I'm saying? All right. Oh yeah, we got Kid Venom. We got to talk a little. What's the deal with Kid Venom? Talk to me.
There's pay no attention to Kid Venom. He literally has like one panel. Like
Okay. Well, okay. So we got another book, Marvel Unleashed. This is kind of it's geared towards kids, right? So it's a kids comic, right? With all the pet Avengers that coming back. Is that
but
correct?
yeah, there was a book called Pet Avengers that came out a while ago, and this is kind of like a continuation of that. So it's got like Frog Thor, Lockjaw, Red Wing. There's a new character in there as well. So it's about pets.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, with movies like Stray out, why not?
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic Four annual number one, 2023 annual. Let's call it what it is because it's not annual number one. Also, Amazing Spider-Man 32. It has it picked up? Has Spider-Man picked up now that we got rid of this whole Mary Jane crap?
We didn't get rid of the Mary Jane. What do you?
What did he
The
do?
Mary Jane stuff is very much going on. Um, so last issue 31 was the wedding issue, and it kind of went how you imagined when a mobster has a wedding for his daughter. But
It
there's
was
some other
big.
stories. It was an anthology. It was an oversized issue.
Mhm.
The big news here is that Patrick Gleason has returned to interiors. So all
Mm.
the JRJR haters in the universe, all dozen of you, you'll be pleased to know that Patrick Gleason is now doing interiors. So you're allowed to buy the book again.
It's not Patrick Gleason or JRJR that's a bigger problem. I think it's the Zeb Wells of it all.
I Oh, for
Eh,
sure, for sure.
I think Zeb
But
Wells is a bigger issue.
I've seen JR to get his fair share of hate.
Yeah, I
With
know.
Collectibles.
People don't always get JRJR, but then again, I think he's in a he's come on, man. He's in a somber place right now. His father just passed away. Cut him some slack. You know what I mean? That's all I got to say about that. You know what I mean? Next book here is Venom 24. What's up with Venom 24 and Doctor Doom?
Man, well, it's kind of what you see. Doom has a symbiote, so that's all
That
I need
doesn't
to
sound
say.
good.
Yeah,
That does not sound good.
you gotta read it.
All right, moving on. We got X Force 43, Deadpool 10, Invincible Iron Man number 9, Moon Knight, City of the Dead, issue 2. That book has a little bit of is it a bit of a key book, that Moon Knight book?
Yes and no. Moon Knight is still not a top seller in general. So whether it's the main series or this mini, this
Mhm.
does has this will be the third appearance now of a character introduced in the TV show.
Mhm.
So it's a good book. If you like Moon Knight, you definitely got to get it. On this list though, I'm definitely looking at that Iron Man. So this is a cool book because it only has one cover. It's a Bjorn Beren, so
Yeah.
and it's a new Iron Man armor. So I
Mhm.
think it's a great pickup.
Okay. So go check that one out. Also, we got Daredevil Echo number 4, Black Panther 3, and Storm issue number 4. And to wrap things up, Planet of the Apes number 5 and Star Wars Dr. Aphra 35. That cover is nice. That Dr. Aphra cover.
Mm-hmm.
I really nice. I really do like it. All right. So moving on, DC. 14 titles for DC. A little modest week as well. So it's all about Night Terrors. But before we get to Night Terrors, the Penguin has an issue coming out, has a series, has a mini going on. Talk to us a little bit about the Penguin.
So the Penguin faked his death in Batman.
What? He didn't really
Yeah,
die?
he didn't he did not actually die. And this led to some severe consequences for Batman, by the way. So I think the Penguin won that exchange, but the Penguin's back now. So if you want to see what he's been up to, you got to grab this miniseries.
Cool. And then we got Night Terrors #4. Does this wrap up the story, or
This
do we
is
still
the
have
last
more?
issue in the main series. There is like an Omega issue that comes out I think next week, but this is the last round of tie-ins and the main series.
Okay, so yeah, what's the deal with this Alpha and Omega book crap? Why can't we just have issue 1 and the last issue? Why do we need to have an Omega issue? Who came up with that garbage?
So somebody. I mean, both companies do it, so they
I know.
clearly feel like it helps sales. I don't know.
Omega. I feel like if you put the word Omega on a book, you probably say, "Oh, that's the last book of the issue. I'm not going to get it." I think that actually hurts sales.
Could be.
You know, that's my personal opinion. That's. What do you guys think? You guys in the chat, do you like this Alpha Omega thing on the comics? Alpha Omega. Why not we just get issue 1 and the final issue? I think
you
that's
could say
simple.
that about like issue 0 too, right?
Issue 0, it was really meant for Origins at one time. That's what really issue 0 was really about at one time. Which
it
was an indie thing. Like, it was an indie thing.
A year from now, all these collected editions would be like collecting 1 through blah 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 and Alpha and Omega. Like,
help me. All right, moving on because we're almost at an hour mark. We got Harley Quinn 2, we got Angel Breaker 2, Night Terrors, Titans issue 2, Unstoppable, Doom Patrol #5. This is the penultimate issue of the series. I've been enjoying it. I have been liking it.
There's actually 2 more. It goes to 7 now.
I was going to 7. It was originally 6. Okay, cool.
Correct.
Batman Brave and the Bold. This is also has a first appearance, right? This is the first appearance of a new character called Tempest.
Yes, and these are
sound that original.
These have a cover price of $8 because they have a 64 pages.
Okay, but that is a first appearance of a character.
Yes.
Okay, and then we have what I believe is the final issue of the series, Dark Knights of Steel.
It's finally over.
All right. Alpha is fine, but I agree. Omega ears. It's so dumb. I don't even think we need Alpha. It's like issue 1. You know what I mean? Let's do that. Okay, moving on. Batman Beyond Neo Gothic issue #2. And then we have Batman Adventures Continues, Season 3, Issue 7, DC Ruby, and a book that's actually Batman and another company, Dylan Dog, Batman and Dylan Dog. So Issue 3, I didn't even know that it existed. Apparently Dylan Dog has 3 issues, so I didn't even know that was a thing. So those are books coming out for DC. You ready for the next one, Josh? Image titles. There are 20 Image titles. Now this is between Image, Skybound, and pretty much anything that's, co-branded with Image. But that is a lot of books coming out through Image.
Image has been killing it lately.
Yeah, I know. What's up, Daniel? What's going on, my man? So Image has been killing it, starting with their first book, The Schlub. About a dentist named Roger Dalton. That's what this book is about. He blames the world for his problems until he is body swapped with the world's greatest superhero. So this is Freaky Friday for superheroes.
Yep.
The Schlub.
And
it's Ryan Stegman.
It is Ryan Stegman. Yep.
So
right, Image #1.
It's an Image book. Is the #1 book. That's the #1 book from Image Comics that's coming out this week. You might want to check it out. Who knows? You never know. Book that I definitely am excited to read is Big Game issue 2. We got Superior is showing up in this one, so I'm excited to see that one. Also, you got King Spawn 25. Ice Cream Man issue 36 is out this week. People love their Ice Cream Man comics. Also, you got Road Sun 15, Firepower 26, No 15, The Bone Orchid Mythos Tenement issue #3, New Burn 10, The Dead Lucky 8, Time Before Time 26, Indigo Children's 6, Battle Chasers 12. How's Battle Chasers going along? Is it selling well?
Man, they got some really great cover artists. That's what I'll say. And
Yeah.
What was it? ABCD. Yeah. So they're coming out with like 7 covers every week, and it's like they're all good. You can't just get one. So people are excited
But how's
about
story wise? Are people really talking about it from your end?
No, it's all about the covers.
It's all about the cover Battle Chasers.
Yeah.
It kind of was beforehand too. Let's be honest. It really was. Joe Mandarin. Dead Romans issue 6, Click Click Boom issue 3, Terror War issue number 5, Scrapper number 2, Immortal Sergeant number 8, Summoner's War Awakenings number 5, and it's been 2 weeks that they've been saying it's coming out. Who knows if it did Tales of Suspense finally come out? So issue 2 finally came out of Tales from Suspense. Go check that out. All right, and somehow I went backwards. All right, over at our indie books, IW got 8 titles. Antarctic Press has 6. Dynamite has 5. Boom has 3. Dark Horse has 2. Scott has 2 also coming out, and we'll do some more indies from there. But you have Addams Family, the Bodies issue, number 1. Addams Family is back in comics. So
this is a one shot. So.
It's a one shot. Is there some hype over the Addams Family? Are you hearing people asking for it?
No, if I had to pick one like spooky franchise, it would be Nightmare Before Christmas. That's hot right now, but not that. Maybe. I mean, Wednesday's super hot, right? So
yeah, they put Wednesday front and center here. So so we have that one. Godzilla's Monsters and Protector, All Hail the King. Also, Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, the Scorpius Run number 1. A book that I do know there is some hype behind, and that's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Stranger Things issue 2 is coming out this week. Yeah. What about Izzyverse Comics? Who knows, Nate? Who knows? It could potentially happen someday. Josh and I were talking earlier this afternoon through Whatnot stream. He was, he didn't give me a chance to defend myself. You
could type all you want. There's no moderation in that.
All right, but that's the book that people are looking for. People love the first issue, so I'm assuming the second issue is going to do just as well. All right. Oh, Star Trek 11, Earth Divers 9, Rocketeer in the Den of Thieves issue number 2, and My Little Pony Classics Reimagined, The Unicorn of Odd issue number 1. Those are your IW. Over at Antarctic Press, you got Married Machine Gun number 1.
Yeah, I think this is the first appearance, I believe.
Talk to me about Mary Machine Gun. How is she doing?
Well, obviously, I haven't read the story because but as you can clearly see, her name is Mary, and she has a machine gun.
And she has a machine gun. Is there a relationship here?
Is she related to other machine gun characters
or other Marys?
I do know this is part of a shared universe. This is a new character in a shared universe. Yeah, this is not the first entry in that.
Okay. All right, so who knows? We'll see what's up. We got Horror Comics 26, Jungle Comics 19, Tomorrow Girl number 2, Ninja High School 189, and Manga Z issue 14. Those are your Antarctic Press. Over at Dynamite, Darkwing Duck issue number 8, a fantastic King Kong cover, The Great War number 3. I really like that cover. Vampirella versus Superpowers 4. That looks like a Jay Lee right there. That looks very Jay Lee-like. Victory issue 3, Starfinders Angels of the Dress issue 2, and those are your Dynamite comics. Also, you have from Boom, you got Magic Planeswalker Notorious. This Notorious. I hear the song in my head. Notorious.
That has nothing to do with that.
I know. It's just one of those things.
One shot.
Right. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 111, Creed the Next Round issue number 3. Over at Dark Horse, you got The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Cross, Christopher Chaos issue 3, Stranger Things Tales of Hawkins issue number 3. And in Scott Comics, you got Kinsun 6, Quicksand 2. And our other books continue with Zensko Keys of Chatu. I could never say it. You always say it right. Cthulhu, yeah, whatever. That's happening. Robin Hood Anniversary issue 100. Rick and Morty presents The Science of Summer #1 and Xeno #3, both coming from O'Neill Press. And then we have Blade Runner 2039, issue #6, over at Mag Cave. It didn't come out?
No.
So, guys, it's not coming out. Josh could confirm. It has been delayed. All right. Over at Mag Cave, Exorcists Never Die. Ahoy Comics, Black Myth, The Key to His Heart #3. Over at American Mythology, Beasts of Bower Boulevard. Why am I listening to the Green Day song in my head?
Sometimes you just can't get a song out of your head.
Well, you know what song I'm talking about, right?
No.
The Green Day song. I walk this lonely road, the only one that I have ever known.
Nope.
It's called Boulevard of Dreams or something like that. Yeah,
You should make a short out of that singing.
Yeah, you know, I got a little singing voice going on there. All right, moving on. You got the Ribbon Queen 2 over at Upshot, AEW Upshot. Ablaze, The Mighty Barbarians, issue #4. CEX has Mother Russia #1. Is that coming out this week? Do you know that one? Mother Russia?
I'm not sure about that one. I didn't order it.
Okay. And over at Red 5 Comics, you have Fallen #6. Boulevard of Broken Dreams. I knew someone knew the song. Boulevard of Broken Dreams. And he misspelled Boulevard, but we know what we're talking about, Nate. And those are your books for this week. A lot of good books. It's a nice week, a nice balanced week, I want to say, of comics and stuff like that. You ready to give away some comics?
Let's do it.
Let's get these comic books out of here. All right, guys, we are doing hashtag Izzyverse NYC for your chance to win this Star Wars packet of comics. You got 6 comics here, all Star Wars based. So we got a whole bunch of good Star Wars comics. They're going out to whoever wins them, and we got 14 people who are ready to put it in, and we got 16 people watching. So I think it's a fair assessment to get things started. So let's see who wins it. Well, we got 16 now. Just got out of nowhere. Got 2 more. So cool. Congratulations, you latecomers, to get it in. So let's find out who wins.
May the force be with you.
Let's see. May the force be with you indeed. And the winner. Come on, someone local. Somebody local, so I don't have to ship it.
Somebody who doesn't like Star Wars.
Imagine. Norrin Red. You know what? I just send them something. This is why I don't send things before the show. I just send them a pack. So Norin, he purchased 2 of the mystery bags.
Okay.
So he purchased the mystery bag. So I got it set up, and over the weekend I send them out to him. So
you're taking that money and giving it right back to USPS.
Yeah. So Norin, you have won this Star Wars set. Congratulations, Norin. I'm still waiting for DVH to win his, man, because I want to see what it's like to ship overseas. So Norin, these are yours. Congratulations, my man. All right, Josh, let's end this show up because I got food waiting for me and stuff, and I want to get to our I want to get to our next show in the lineup here because we do have the Monday night lineup. So right now, as we speak, Scotty Vaughn is doing his show. It just started there, so you guys could go jump over there to Scotty Vaughn. Also, TM Nerdy is doing Between the Lines today. He's going to be doing Cryo Prime. He's going to be working Cryo Prime. And of course, you got the other guys, 22 Comics, Cup of Comics, Carlos Collect Comics, all part of the Monday night lineup. Did you sell the Barbie? You want it? I still have the Barbie. If you want it, let me know. I'll give it to you for $40. Right? That sounds like a fair assessment. $40 sounds good. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah.
It's hot, right? It's hot, right?
Barbie's always hot, if you ask me.
Okay. All right. I'm not saying anything. And don't forget, this Saturday, man, we're gonna be in the Bronx Anime Comics Show. If you're in the neighborhood, stop by, say what's up. If you are a subscriber, I'm gonna do giveaways for you guys. But I also have that baby Yoda, Grogu, the child, ready to go. If someone's going to win it, we're getting rid of it. Josh, where can people find you at? they can find you at the Woods, right?
Find the website, thewoods.live. I don't know what's going on with my social media, but you can
You already
also
got
find my
hacked?
whatnot, the Woods Collectibles.
All right, so you got that. And if you guys have Whatnot, go ahead and go to one of the Whatnot show. We'll give you $15 if you never purchase anything. For your first purchase, you use this $15 credit. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun weekend. I think we're gonna have a blast. I'm excited for the weekend. I'm excited for you, Josh, as well, because I've done these things 100 times. But in the meantime, guys, it's been a blast. We're gonna say bye to you now. Until next time, Excelsior.